Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ringer 57 YouTube channel for a quick update of what we got going on at the shop. And I may actually, I'm probably going to, throw some pulls in on that girl right there. As you can tell, the red bike's on the dyno. Diaphragm came in yesterday. I went out to Motorheads today and dropped off Warren's bike, which is dyno level complete. Okay, so it's still going to need finalization. So everything needs tucked and tidied. The dash still has an intermittent connection issue. That's a pin in the stock harness that needs replaced. It needs street tuned on gasoline and then switch to E85 and street tuned to find the difference in the turbo loading on the street versus on the dyno. But I'll tell you this, it's fun. I went for a quick blast on the street out here. The deputy blocked the road off for me, which was awful nice of him. And let me make a quick blast, and when I tell you every gear it pulls hard is great. It's great. And that was only gasoline, the highest boost setting possible in gasoline, which is like 360 something horsepower, 350? I think 350 is where we capped it. I don't remember. I think it's like 14 and a half, 15 pounds boost. But what do we got going on? The red bike's on the dyno. Gate's fixed. Everything's working. So I'm working through that. I'm basically done with the gasoline tuning. I'm starting into power levels. I'm going to work it up not much from where I'm at, to be honest. So it's got a 10-pound spring in it. Well, it creeps to 10 pounds. We'll say that. I need to tighten the chain. I can see that from here. It's starting to bed in. But it creeps to 10 pounds. So 2 on the dome, just stood it up a little earlier. 4 on the dome, it's finally going to make more power. But on gate, it makes right at about 300 horsepower. That's as low as she goes. 283 is actually as low as it goes. It makes 308 with 2 pounds on the dome. This girl here is running far better, but I cannot get this clutch to lock the way I want on the dyno. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that cover off. I'm going to go ahead and throw a stock hand clutch in there with a bunch of spring on it, dyno tune it, and then I'll put his old school hand slider back on it. I still need to change this regulator out for the one that's on Jimmy's, but then that one will be done on the dyno here shortly. Haven't dug far into that. Still trying to contemplate what the issues could be. This one needs more spring, and the clutch basket, I have to go to the machine shop tomorrow. So I've currently got Marcus Ham's rods in there and a clutch basket. Those both need to go to the machine shop. Basket needs turned down. Rods need sized to a 2. Max speeding rods, people talk about inconsistency in them. I've never seen it because I plan to have them sized. So any Gen 1, Gen 2 Gixxer, any of those that I do with max rods, I take them, I torque them to spec, and I take them to my machinist that I trust and have them sized to a small 2. Okay, whether they need it or not. So I found Senior's tire today. It was 5 buildings down the street leaning against their building. So I'll get that mounted up maybe tomorrow. We'll see, hopefully tomorrow. I also got his kill box in, so I can go ahead and wire that in. Hasn't been touched. Waiting for his calipers to come in that he said he shipped out. Waiting for transmission to come back. That's out getting Robinson gear put on it. That's the next big plan of attack. That one's on the back burner. He is aware of that. Waiting on an arm still. That'll be here when he comes to pick up that bike. And James Michael Murray's bike is here. So I have a few little things I need to button up. So Dennis needed to finish up the fuel system connections. He needed a clip, a little plastic clip. Well, all his stuff's here. So I just got to hook that up, fill up the coolant, fill up the intercooler, hook up the battery, run through my base configurations, and then fire this bugger up on C16. And she can go on the dyno and start getting worked through. The good news is a lot of stuff's already worked through, motor's already broken, everything's ready to rock, so that should be quick. Totoro has a complete motor right there. Short of cam gears, because I'm an idiot and I forgot to order the cam gears. I forgot he got aftermarket cams. Lately I've been ordering Yoshi aftermarket cams. They come with gears on them. I forgot these did not. So I'm waiting on an email back from Rob Bush. He's usually right on point. He probably got busy today. He'll probably shoot me an email tomorrow, hopefully. And I can get those on the way, along with, I got the wrong brake pads for Chris Charles, but that's fine because his calipers aren't here yet. Everything else should be here shortly. His line's shipped, everything's shipped. I really was expecting the line sooner, but who knows. Anyway, that's what I got going on. If you stick around, I'm going to probably throw a couple pulls on this bike on there after I adjust the chain. It's on the blower right now, cooling down. Alright folks, so I just put C16 in it. We're going to run it a little bit, let it get through there. I'm going to make a base pull on gate, see how fat it is. Hopefully it is a little fat, because it should be. And then if fueling looks good, I'll go ahead and jump up to where I was on the boost level before. I may make some tweaks in between, and we'll see. I was at 2 on the dome. I'm probably going to add 5 to that. And let's just call it 8 on the dome. I'm going to jump to 8 on the dome. See if we can't make a nice little, like, 370, 380. But it didn't do bad. Did not do bad. I don't know what the freaking curve looks like. I wasn't watching the dyno, I was watching everything else. Yeah, so it made 337 and then it started getting mad. It was on the fast track. Let's see, run to run. It was 50 horse up, so it would have been about 360 on that run if it had burned it. But it got a little fat and a little unhappy, so we're going to go ahead and tweak that out of it. I don't know why it did that. It wasn't that bad. It was 0.77 lambda, so I guess that is like 11 to 1, so yeah, there is that. But I'm going to keep going at this. Y'all have a beautiful evening.